All right, we are live on YouTube, and tonight I'm going to be discussing the copyright match tool and how it has become such a great tool to have in your arsenal if you are a part of YPP, also known as the YouTube Partner Program. I'm also going to be updating you on the latest community news, some channel updates, and even answer any questions that you may have in the chat regarding any of your business or personal needs with another session of Ask Coach Eli anything. So stick around for all of that and much, much more that's coming right. Live from Northern California, welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive those notifications at a device level. You do all of that, I'll give you a big, real round of applause, and I will also give you a big, huge digital round of applause. That's right. We live in the digital world, so we have to give you a real round of applause and a digital round of applause as well. Oh, my. Queen, can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Queen, can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? It's an inside joke, folks. If you don't understand why I just did that in that tone of voice, then just ignore that. Some people will get the inside joke that have been following me for quite some time. But Queen, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Queen Helen Casey. How do you like the beautiful Golden Gate Bridge here in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live? Wow. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're starting off with 22 in the box. 22 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. I'm looking at the chat right now, and I want to welcome a few people that are already here. Mama Gooney's in the house. Welcome, Mama Gooney. She says, I am here, but I am modding for a friend. We'll be back shortly. And one of these days after we talk, which hopefully will be sometime this week, Mama Gooney, we'll mod you up here as well. So anyway, I'm sorry, I was just checking some text messages that are coming on my phone. My phone's on silent, but you know, the screen pops up and you kind of see it flashing. I have great peripheral vision. It's Melly Channel. Hello. Hey, it's Melly Channel. You were here yesterday and I was asking you how you found out about this channel. Or if you are the same person that used to be Smelly Michelle. Can you let us know who you are? You kind of left yesterday. I guess you left before I asked you that question. So let me know. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Mama Gooney says, hi there. Queen Helen Casey says, Melly, are you from the Gun Squad? Because if you are, I am blocking you. Well, I wouldn't blame you for doing that, Queen Helen Casey. So it's Melly Channel. If you do not respond within the next 5 minutes, I will permanently block you myself. Because this is the second day in a row you've come in here and you're not responding to how you found out about this channel. Now, unless you're just popping in and out when I go live, okay, I get that. But, you know, typically, you know, your behavior is not of a normal, you know, subscriber or follower of this channel. So let us know who you are. We're giving you 5 minutes or else I will personally ban you myself. Queen Helen Case says, hello, Eli. And she says, smash the like button for Eli. Hey, Queen, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. I feel so much Schaefer. I feel so much Can't even talk. I was looking at the troll at the bottom of the screen, getting tongue-tied. I feel so much safer, not Schaefer, safer when Queen Helen Casey's here because she's got the chat covered. Terry's GG and G's in the house. Hello, Terry. How you doing, bro? He says hello to all. Queen says hello to Terry. Welcome to the show. Terry's GG and G says Melly, maybe grow stream. Queen Helen Case says, Dr. Robert, leave me alone. Well, Dr. Robert has no life until he finally gets his sentencing hearing, Queen Helen Casey. So he's going to keep on coming in on multiple sock accounts. But see, what Dr. Robert, a.k.a. Ronaldo Smith-Jenkins, a.k.a. Trim Hits, a.k.a. Puffacush Joker, a.k.a. Basement Selling, a.k.a. Zigzag Rizzlebong, a.k.a. Mao Zhao Zhao, right? And many more. I can do the same thing to you too, bro. You want me to troll your streams? You'll probably assume it's me. I'm telling you, I'll start trolling you, bro. You want me to start trolling you? If I already haven't. Her channel seems to be cosmetics. I understand that, but she comes in here and I can't even talk. She comes in here and says hello, and then she says nothing. So we're going to give her a couple more minutes. It's Melly channel. You've got 2 minutes, or I will personally ban you myself unless you share with us how you found out about this channel. This is the second time you've been here, and all you've said is hello. And nothing more. Could be a sock account that was made to look real. Sometimes people will duplicate channels just to troll with them. It is what it is. Mama Goonie, okay, where is Eli? What do you mean, where is Eli? I'm live on the air. Oh, that's probably a troll. That's probably a sock account. No, that's the real Mama Goonie. Mama Goonie, why would you ask a question, okay, where is Eli? Queen, you can hear me, right? I'm going out loud and proud, right? Got 27 in the box right now. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know, Queen. You can hear me and see me, right? Mama Goonie, why would you ask, where is Eli, when I'm live on the air right now? Right here, right in front of you. What is going on here? Like, can somebody verify? Yes, I can hear you and you can see me clearly, right? Why would Mama Goonie ask where I'm at when I'm right here? I've been here the whole time. I've been here for the last, what? Like 5 to 10 minutes after the music finished playing at the beginning of the show? Mama Goonie, why would you ask a question like that? I'm just curious to know. Are you having technical difficulties, or I don't get it. I just don't get it. All right. So it's Melly channel. I gave you an opportunity, and now I'm going to ban you myself. If you're not going to communicate on 2 separate occasions after just popping in to say hello, then you're automatically assumed to be a troll. Oh, well, that's, what do you think that background is? Like, who doesn't know that's one of the most famous bridges in the world? Like let me just turn around here. Okay? Actually, let me come around this way so you can still see the chat. All right? Come on, folks. That is an iconic bridge there. I used to drive that bridge when I used to date my ex, Dana, that lives in the North Bay. And I live on the peninsula. That's the way you get to the North Bay. Come on, somebody tell me, what is that bridge there? Come on, folks, one of the most iconic bridges in the world, and it so happens to be where I live here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Specifically, it goes through San Francisco. Terry, I'll give you a hint. the first two G's would be the name of this bridge. Come on, dude. Terry's GG. You could own that bridge, Terry. Do you folks really not know the name of that bridge? Are you folks looking it up right now? Wow, it surely takes you folks a while to respond, doesn't it? All right, I don't have time for this. That is the Golden Gate Bridge, folks. That is the Golden Gate Bridge, which is the gateway to the Pacific Ocean from the SF Bay, or it's the gateway into the SF Bay from the Pacific Ocean. So that's where, maybe that's what Mama Goonie was asking. Yeah, that's the Golden Gate Bridge. All right, folks, let's get this show on the road here. Tonight, it is the Puffakus Joker Bridge. Well, here's the thing. Like, they have nets on the side of that bridge, so even if Puffakus Joker went to the Golden Gate Bridge to try and jump, the net would catch him. Because many people, years ago, before they put that net there, used to jump off the bridge to commit suicide. And they wanted to prevent that. So there are safeguards in place now for people that attempt to jump off the Golden Gate Bridge and plummet to their death. Yeah, it's quite a sad thing. 34 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get to the show here, folks. Tonight, I'm going to be discussing the copyright match tool has become very good. Plus, I'm going to be sharing more community news. You're going to want to stick around for that because some new people have decided to insert themselves into coming at me. And some people that actually live very local to me. And I highly assume that this person I'm going to be discussing here tonight was the person that was enlisted by J.B. Gunner to go to Red Morton Park and take a picture of me. And that actually happened on a live stream a few weeks ago. So I have a good idea who that person is. And I actually am in progress of finding that out definitively. I'll explain more about that in just a little bit. So if that person that lives local to me, and I'm not going to state where you live, I'm not going to say anything about you that will give you any reason to flag me down for privacy. And if you try to fraudulently flag me down for privacy, I will report you personally to YouTube Creator Support. They've been working with me to handle the issues with many of these people attacking my channel, and they've actually been very supportive. It's been great what's been going on, but I'll share more about that in just a little bit. Then I'm going to be discussing some channel updates on what's going to be going on during the rest of this week and in the future for this channel. I kind of mentioned a bit of that on my walking stream yesterday, I believe, or even in my in-studio stream from yesterday, but I'll go into more detail on that here today. So the copyright match tool, what is the copyright match tool? Now, I'm not going to show you my copyright match tool on the screen. I could do that. The reason why I'm not going to show you folks is because I currently have one copyright that the copyright match tool detected that is still under review to be processed for removal. And I don't want to show, the channel of that copyright so that way they delete their video and then they're not taken down for it. I mean, they would still take it down and that'd be great, but these people need to pay the price and pay a penalty for stealing people's content. And so if I tell them that, hey, I've got you submitted for copyright through the copyright match tool, they're going to go and delete that video. And then they're going to pay no price for stealing my content initially. So I'm not going to show you folks the copyright match tool. But basically, what the copyright match tool is, it is a tool you get once you join the YouTube Partner Program. Typically, about a week or two after you join the Partner Program, you'll get an email from YouTube saying that, welcome to the YouTube Partner Program again. Here's a copyright match tool. We understand that people re-uploading your content can be frustrating and can actually steal revenue from you when you're monetized. So we created this copyright match tool to detect people that are re-uploading, full re-uploads of your content. Now, the copyright match tool can be found if you're in the YouTube Partner Program on the left drop-down menu through the new YouTube Studio. It is not available in the old Creator Studio Classic, which is about to finally go away for good. Now, I first heard about the copyright match tool before they released it a couple of years ago, like 2.5 years ago. I used to run a former channel that I shut down, and I was actually monetized on that channel until they changed their rules. And then I didn't requalify in time, so I ended up losing my monetization and was in an endless loop of review once I hit the threshold. It was kind of like a terrible time for the YouTube Partner Program. I'm not going to get into that story, but what I will share is that I was aware of the copyright match tool being built before it was released during that time. And I was like, this is going to be a great tool to have. And what they were saying is that the copyright match tool will find full re-uploads of your videos. Now, I was sitting there thinking to myself, when they say full re-uploads, does that mean somebody has to upload your exact video or live stream exactly for it to be detected? And all the forums I went to were saying yes. Now, the copyright match tool is a smaller version of what YouTube uses, called the Content ID system. Many of you have received Content ID claims from, music companies or other major, TV networks when you go and play a clip under fair use, or when you go and play a song under fair use, okay? That's going to come up as a Content ID claim. And basically, the Content ID system is only given to large companies and large corporations, such as, Sony, Warner Brothers, etc. And what that Content ID system does is it allows those companies to set rules for all of their copyrighted content that is entered into Google/YouTube system. Now, for example, let's say you play a song that's copyrighted. Let's say you play Michael Jackson's Thriller. You're going to get a Content ID claim, and the copyright owner or holder has a bunch of options. They can say, we can block this worldwide. And if they block that worldwide, your video will be unavailable until you either edit that part out of the content of your video, or you delete the video, and then that claim comes off. Now, in some cases, the copyright owner or holder will allow you to use the copyrighted content under certain circumstances. In some cases, they might say, we'll let you use this, but we're going to monetize this and take all the ad revenue as long as you play this, song on your channel. Or they can choose to do 50-50 revenue sharing with you, which is what some of them do. Okay? And in some rare cases, they can choose to automatically take you down for copyright. It's totally up to them. That's what the Content ID system is. The reason why I mentioned that is because the copyright match tool uses the same system as the Content ID system that's used for these bigger companies. It's just a version that's created for the creators. And the way it works is this. It's like this. The first person to upload a particular piece of content tells the Content ID system, tells the copyright match tool system that you are the owner of that product or the owner of that video, right? And then if somebody re-uploads a full copy of it, then it'll match it up and it'll put a little, it'll show a match within your copyright match tool, and it'll say, the person that violated your copyright. It'll show the video where they use your content. It'll show you the timestamps of where they use your content, or if they use the whole thing, it'll say 100% full re-upload. And once you get that, you have a few options. You can say, okay, I don't care if they're using my copyrighted stuff. I'll just let this one go. And in that case, you have an option of archiving the match that was made in the system. Another option you have is to email the creator and ask them to take it down or figure something out with you. And then the other option is you can request to have the content removed for violating copyright. When you click request to remove the content for copyright, you have two options. You can do a standard removal, which is an immediate takedown request, just like you would make a manual submission, okay? So if you want to immediately file a DMCA copyright takedown notice within your copyright match tool, you select the standard removal. Now, if you want to be nice to certain creators that have been nice to you or haven't caused you any issues, you could give them what's called a scheduled takedown, meaning that they will get a 7-day notice where YouTube will send them an email saying the Grip on Life channel, will be taking you down for copyright in 7 days unless you remove the content. Okay, this is your 7-day warning. You can choose to remove the content now. If you don't remove it within 7 days, then we will take it down and you will receive a copyright strike. Okay, that's how the copyright match tool works. Well, guess what? Oh, hang on a second. Hey, Deanna, how you doing? Welcome back to the show. Thank you for being here. Now, I have an update regarding the copyright match tool and how good it has become. The copyright match tool now can even match small portions of your copyrighted videos. I was blown away because before it wasn't able to do that. I think YouTube started to realize that they were seeing a lot more takedowns manually for, smaller clips of copyright violation. And instead of, them having to manually review all of these, what I believe happened is they reprogrammed their copyright match tool to now match even as little as 1 or 2 or 3 second clips that people use. And I've just been blown away by what this thing has picked up. Now, furthermore, and there are people out there I've taken down for copyright with the match tool as early as earlier today and even earlier this week, and those people know who they are. These people, my trolls and haters, know I have the copyright match tool, and they're trying to find ways to bypass it. What they've started doing is putting a different tint when they re-upload my video, so the color's a little bit off. And then what they've also done is they've sped up the audio. Guess what? The copyright match tool has been catching videos that my trolls and haters have been changing the tint and speeding up the audio 1.5 to 2 times the speed. And I'm like, wow, those Google engineers, I gotta tell you, wow, just so blown away. And I'm not full of it because there are people watching me right now that are trolling me in this chat right now. You know who you are. I've taken down many of your channels with the copyright match tool, even with you changing the tint of the video and speeding up the audio. But wait, there's more. Some people, and this is more so coming from my trolls and haters, that are, trying to steal my content, right? Some of them have gone as far and taken several clips from an entire, live stream replay and piece those clips together, but also take them out of sequential order. Meaning that they'll take a clip from the end of my video and put it at the beginning, and then they'll shuffle around the natural sequence of how my video went in order to try to bypass the copyright match tool. And they also change the tint of the video, and they speed up the video as well. The copyright match tool even caught that. So I'm telling you folks out there, I'm telling you, if you do not want to go down for copyright, make sure you have the permission of the copyright holder / owner before you use their content, especially if they're a monetized channel. Because if they're a monetized channel, they have the copyright match tool. And let me tell you something. Every single time that I've received a match in my copyright match tool, all I do is click, immediate removal. And literally in less than an hour, I get the email. Dear Grip on Light, thank you for your notification. The content has been removed. I'm letting you folks know the copyright match tool was a great thing when it was initially released, but initially it was only catching complete, full, exact uploads. It is now catching partial uploads as little as 2 to 3 seconds. It is even catching uploads where the creators that re-upload your stuff change the tint of the color, speed up the audio, or even put the clips out of sequence. It is unfrickin' believable, but it's awesome. So, I tell you what, to all you out there, primarily those of you in the gun squad, and I know you mentioned the gun squad earlier, Queen Helen Casey, that continue to make videos off my content. And it's not fair use because you're doing no commentary. Many of you aren't even doing commentary. You're going to go down every single time. Every single time. All right. I was just checking something here real quick. Does anyone have any questions about the copyright match tool? Let me take a look here. Mama Goonie, is there a limit to how many times you can make copyright claims? Nope, absolutely not. Mama Goonie, are you monetized and do you have the copyright match tool? Let me know. And I will answer your question. When it comes to limitations on how many copyright takedown requests you can make, there's no limit. The only thing you have to worry about is making sure that your request is valid, legal, and legitimate. No, I know you're real. I'll go to your channel right now and check you out. Yeah, that's you. Mama Goonie, so you are monetized. Okay, so you have the copyright match tool. Basically, anytime you get a match within the match tool, what you want to do is go in there and check out who did it, check out the video, and you want to make sure, number one, that it is not fair use. So if somebody uses like 2 or 3 minutes of your video and does criticism or critiques your video, right, I would just archive that and let that go. But if they don't make any commentary and they're just taking clips of your videos just to steal your audience, you want to submit an immediate takedown for that. And I bet you within an hour or two at the most, the copyright department will automatically take that down. You know why? Because their system detected it. So they don't have to do any research on it. It's automatic. All you have to do is file the claim. Now, when you make manual claims, you got to be real careful because sometimes, in some cases, it takes the match tool a little bit longer to find matches. And sometimes you might notice just scouring YouTube, or you might get recommended a video where somebody, stole your content. You can do a manual takedown on that. But before you do that, you got to make sure that there's no fair use involved, meaning that there's no critique or commentary on there. If there's critique, commentary, etc., and they use a 2 or 3 minute portion, then YouTube will probably consider that fair use. But if there's no critique or commentary, or even if they're doing critique and commentary and they do like an hour of your video, you can still request take that down. And if YouTube questions you, you say, look, I understand fair use laws, but they did a critique on my entire video. If they critique my entire video, then in essence, they're taking people away from watching any parts of the video on my channel. Does that make sense, Mama Goody? There is no limit to the amount of DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, takedown requests you can submit, as long as they are valid and you're not trying to, and you're not trying to play the system. Some people that, have a difference of opinion with other creators will try to fraudulently take down other creators for copyright. And let me tell you, the people that have tried to do that in the past, I won't mention names. I know people that have tried to do that in the past, and their channels get shut down. So you don't want to you know what the F word is, right? I don't want to say it yet. You don't want to mess with copyright. Copyright is a legal submission. You basically are entering a legal battle with the person that you are saying is violating your copyright. So no maximum amount of claims. If 10 people legitimately violate your copyright through the copyright match tool, you can even click all 10 at once, and you can actually submit one copyright takedown for all 10 of those channels at one time. That's how good the tool is. It is so good. It is so good. Now, give me just 1 second, folks. Let me check something out here. We're at 49 minutes. Folks, if you have any questions regarding the copyright match tool or any other questions, what I want to do is take a break in about 5 or 10 minutes, refill my coffee, and then I'm going to come back and share some community news. And you're going to want to hear this. And then also share some channel updates. When I come back, I will probably be on for 30 to 45 more minutes. But give me just 1 second here. Let me see something. All right. All right, 29 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Let's I see it. Interesting. Yeah, what's so interesting about it? It is what it is. I mean, look, copyright's been a big, big issue on YouTube. And, when you get people like the people I've been dealing with in the past within the drama sphere, like these are people that behave like little kids. And they will mess with you by stealing your content just to trigger you and to just kind of get a rise out of you when you react to it. But what they don't realize is that they're violating the law. They're violating my copyright. Or if they're doing it to you, they're violating your copyright. And so, the fact that this tool has now been available for the last at least year and a half, almost 2 years, to all creators that are in the YouTube Partner Program is an amazing thing. It's just freaking amazing. Deanna, how are you doing? Deanna Brianne Fairchild, how's it going? Welcome to the show. She says thumbs up to help offset the thumbs down. Yeah, I'm getting hit pretty hard. It's one person. It's Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, a.k.a. Trim Hits, a.k.a. Dr. Robert. It's all right. It's all good. Like he said, it's gravy, right? It's gravy, right, Doc? It's all good. Let me see here. Ronaldo, some of these soccer accounts that you're creating here are pretty sick, dude. You're talking about blue waffles, dude. That's nasty, dude. Like, seriously, you are a sick man. You know that? You're a sick dude, man. And you're saying that I'm dangerous? You know what? The only reason why I would ever be considered dangerous is because I abide by the law and I take down criminals, dude. I'm dangerous in the ways of how I handle illegal activity and criminal activity, such as what people like you do. So, but yeah, that's sick, dude. Blue waffle. That's just terrible, man. Terrible. Let's see here. What a shame. Should be available to everyone. Well, I agree with you because they were violating my copyright, Mama Goonie. They were violating my copyright even before I got monetized. And I was actually able to request and get the copyright match tool a little bit earlier than I got monetized. You can actually request the copyright match tool or content ID tools even before you become monetized. But you have to prove to them that you've had a large amount of DMCA copyright takedown requests manually, which I had that. So they gave it to me. But under normal circumstances, you get it once you become a part of the YouTube Partner Program. And YouTube's reasoning is because if people are stealing your copyright when you're not monetized, it's not affecting you as much as when you are monetized. And the reason why I also feel they're not giving that tool to everyone is because if every single person automatically got that tool, there would be a lot of, fake copyrights, being submitted. YouTube has kind of set the threshold right now to 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. You don't really become a real YouTuber until you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 plus watch hours. They figure that if you get to that level, the majority of people that reach that level are going to be legitimate and less likely to abuse the system. If they give everyone all these tools right out of the gate, number one, there'd be nothing to look forward to, nothing to earn. Number two, there would be more abuse within the system. And there are still some people that will abuse the system once they do reach these thresholds. So I understand where you're coming from that. I felt the frustration even as early on as 100 or 200 subscribers when people were already stealing my content. But those are just the rules. And those are the reasons why I feel YouTube is doing it that way. And quite frankly, we don't have to worry about it because we're in YPP, YouTube Partner Program, and we're all good. We're all good. So anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take a break here and refill my coffee. And when I come back, I'm going to be discussing a few people that have been doing some things lately. People I really haven't talked about that have somehow, made their way around the groups of people that have been attacking me or at least attacked me in the past. And I'll share with you what they're doing and what I feel one of them particularly did. I will give you folks a hint. One of them is a female, and I'm sure she's watching me right now. And ma'am, I really hope you are watching me right now. Because number one, I'm not going to say your real name. I'm not going to say, the city that you live in. I'm not going to say your phone number. I'm not going to say anything that will give you any reason to try to put a privacy complaint on me. But I will address you by your channel name, which is your channel name. You can't flag that. But I have a really clear and strong message for you, ma'am. And whether you listen to me or not, I don't think you're going to listen to me because you've been terrorizing these YouTube streets here throughout many of the communities I've been involved with for like a year now. And you've been hiding in plain sight. And I'll explain more about that. But I'm not an idiot, and I know how to handle these situations legally. So stick around. I'm going to share with you folks about this creator. And some of you people here on my channel, Queen Helen Casey, Mama Goonie, most of you came from the grocering community. That's where this woman initially came from. And now all of a sudden she's hanging around all these crazies that have been attacking me for 3 years. And now she's coming at me doing things for them. Well, that's all going to stop very soon. So stick around regarding what I have to say about that. After I get through that, I'm going to share some channel updates. And then, folks, if you have any other questions that you want to ask me in regards to any of your business or personal needs, relationships, or any business stuff that you need help with, feel free to put those questions in the chat. I'm also YouTube certified. If you have any YouTube questions regarding anything on this platform, I know this platform like the back of my bald head. I'd be happy to answer those questions and help you out in any way possible. So, with that being said, let me cue up some music. Let me see here. Let me find some music here. Let's see. Okay, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4 tracks. All right, folks, I'll be back in about 5 to 7 or 8 minutes. I like saying that, 5 to 7 or 8 minutes. It's typically around that time. That's how long it takes. And we will continue with the show. So stick around. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, the world's most awesome platform where you can learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and deal with a bunch of nasty trolls. That's all a part of the YouTube game, and if you aren't aware of that yet, trust me, one of these days, you're gonna figure that out, especially if you are an up-and-coming YouTuber. The more you grow, the more they're going to come at you because they are jealous, weak, needy, desperate, and insecure people that wish they could be just like you. That's what it all boils down to, folks. There's no other way to put it. It is what it is, right? Ha ha ha. Yeah. Mama Goonie. Ah, he just appears out of no freaking where. Mama Goonie. You're learning the format of my shows, aren't you, Mama Goonie? Mama Goonie, do you like my shows? Mama Goonie, we need to get some more people coming back over here because the other side, including some people I'm going to mention here in a little bit, are basically, trying to scare people away from coming over here, and there's no reason to be scared to be over here. If you're a good, decent person that, wants to be in a positive, uplifting environment, and learn business and personal relationship, tips, dynamics, etc., and learn more about how to grow properly on YouTube because I'm YouTube certified, I can help you here. And so can our moderators as well. We're a friendly community. The only thing that we do here when it comes to the trolls is that we got to do what we got to do to stop them, legally within the law. And a lot of these trolls and haters are basically saying, oh, if you go to Eli's channel, he's going to attack you, he's going to ban you, he's going to remove you. No, not if you're a normal person. If you're a normal person just coming over here to hang out, participate, learn, and contribute, genuinely, then there are no problems. But if you're going to come over here and troll, you're out. That's what it all boils down to, right, Mama Goonie? Muttonus Reviews says, hi, Eli. Sorry I am late. Was on Facebook video chat with the boyfriend. You never have to apologize. You ladies seem to feel the need to apologize. Some of you guys do it too. Folks, listen. You're not required to be here every single time I go live or put out a video. And if you miss the live, you can always catch the replay if you want. Listen, I'm not a judgmental person. There's only one thing that upsets me. Let me just make this very clear. There's only one thing that upsets me is trollish behavior and people that project their insecurities, which is basically what the trolls do. If you're not a troll, come and go as you wish, whether you're a moderator or not, and I still have love for you. I just want to make that very, very clear. But I do appreciate what you're saying, Muttonus Reviews. You're showing your respect, and I have a lot of respect for you in return. And thank you so much for being here. We have 39 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Terry's GG&G, I shall be slurping coffee shortly. It is in the French press, Perking Brewing. I have a French press. I'll tell you why I don't use the French press, because the French press makes the coffee so incredibly strong that sometimes it races my heart. Like if you really need a jolt of caffeine, like straight caffeine, use a French press. It tastes damn good, but you're going to get the absolute maximum amount of caffeine with a minimal amount of coffee. And boy, it'll hit you, right, Terry? Terry GG&G says, I'm Canadian. We're supposed to be polite. Well, I think people should be polite in general, bro. As long as we're not being attacked, we should be polite. The only time I'm not polite is when people come at me, and I still try to handle it maturely. But we all know that with some people, many people that have come at me don't understand my kindness. So I can't handle it in a polite way. But I still try to be as polite as possible. Ronaldo, dude, how many soccer accounts are you going to create, Dr. Robert, on Queen? Like, dude, like, Queen and I are so bored of you, dude. It's so boring. Listen, dude. Do you understand you're wasting your time and energy creating Queen Helen Casey soccer accounts? Like Queen, let me ask you a question. Like, Does Dr. Robert, aka Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, aka Trim Hits, and all the other aliases he has, does it even bother you anymore, or do you get a good laugh at it? Why don't you put some big laughing emojis in the chat? Mama Goonie says, I got Panda Express. That's good stuff. A lot of MSG in that Panda Express, but it's a good, it's a tasty meal. I haven't had Panda Express in a while, but it's pretty good. Not the healthiest for you, but it tastes pretty good. Right, Mama Goonie? It's all good, right? Let me scroll up and see what else I missed in the chat. I kind of read from the bottom. Nope, we're all caught up. It's all good. Queen Helen Case says, Dr. Robert, F off. She called you a large pig, to be polite about it. You can read it in the chat if you want. Sorry for the language. No, I don't care what language you use, Queen. What matters more is what I say here on the show. What you put in the chat's not going to really affect my monetization. It's what I say here, or if I bring people on the panel, what they say. So, what you put out in the chat, look, you've got freedom of speech, Queen Helen Casey, and let me tell you, you have reason to say what you're saying. And I'm not saying I don't feel the same way you do. I do. I feel exactly the same way as you do, Queen. Queen, you never have to apologize to me for telling Dr. Robert, the troll, Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, Trim Hits, to F off. He really should F off. By the way, Ronaldo, where you been lately, dude? I've been waiting for your next live stream to talk smack about me. To come on the air and say, hey, Eli, where are you, Eli? I'm watching you, Eli. I'm watching you. Eli, why don't you come join me on the air, Eli? No, I made a deal with you. I tried to make a deal with you. Stop trolling. Stop thumbing me down 100 times per stream for 1 week. And then I'll bring you on a Grip on Life too, and we'll talk. But you already violated the deal. I'm trying to meet you halfway, Dr. Robert. Terry's GG&G says, agreed, and yes, the French press will let the oils come out of the beans, and it gives you more flavors and caffeine. That's right. That's right. And it's those extra oils and the caffeine that sips through. When you use a paper filter, a lot of that's filtered out. The French press, all it does is filters out the excess grinds and allows, like you said, the oils to come through, which gives you that boom, that extra caffeine rush. Maybe I'll whip out my French press. One of my ex-girlfriends years ago bought me a really nice French press from Starbucks. Really expensive, a nice stainless steel one. And I hardly use it because, like I said, when I use that, like, it races my heart. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not gonna kill you, but it just it makes you like you're electrocuted or something, right? But you know what I'm saying. Mama Goonie said, I just get the bowl, not the big plates. Beijing beef. Oh, that sounds good. So you're doing it like low carb style. Basically, maybe you'll add a little bit of rice, a little bit of carbs, but for the most part, you're looking at the protein, the beef, the vegetables, the onions, the bell peppers, and all that, right, Mama Goonie? That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming you got. No, it's all good. I may go get some Panda Express tomorrow. You're making me hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So, anyway. All right. Terry GG&G says, well, no, Mama Goonie says, not really healthy, but it's a great treat dinner. Yeah, and every now and then it's all good. You got to treat yourself every now and then, even if you eat healthy for the most part. You got to take 1 day each week and spoil yourself. And you deserve it, and you've earned it. Terry GG&G says, Queen, again, don't feed into him, ignore him, and put him in his place. Ignoring him doesn't do anything, Terry. You got to understand, Terry. With most normal trolls, ignoring them would do the job. Like, these people, like, it doesn't matter whether you ignore them or not. They're going to keep coming. So the best way to handle them is to just, laugh at them, right? And Queen, I think you agree with me. They're not going to stop if we ignore them. So we'll just say, hey, look, dude, it's all good, dude. We'll make them look stupid, right? Mama Goonie says, French press coffee. It is best with fresh ground coffee. I grind my own beans. So do I. Kirkland Colombian Supremo. 3 pounds of whole bean coffee for $14.99 at Costco. And right before I go live from the studio every time, I freshly grind and brew a full pot. And oh man, it is a medium roast Colombian Supremo. That is the best freaking coffee ever. And then, in case I run out of caffeine, I've also got the sugar-free Red Bull. See that? See how good my real HD camera is? Let me get up close and personal. That's when you know you're a real YouTuber. Now, the green screen's kind of like, taking some of it out. You can see on the edges there. But look at that. Is that crystal clear or what? Look at how close I can get there. Got an awesome camera with a real lens. Ooh. And the light's reflecting off it. I've got my LED lights coming on me, and then I also have the lights lighting up the green screen, so you're going to have some reflection, but it's all good. Let's see. Mama Goonie says, I get the super greens, not the carbs. Good. That's good. Awesome, Mama Goonie. Awesome. Terry's GGNG says, same here, Mama. Beans are cheaper to buy than pre-ground, plus last longer, and it's more fresh. Love it. Queen Helen Casey, Dr. Robert is stupid. I will agree with you on that, Queen. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Mama Goonie, oh my, we drink the same coffee. Oh, you have the Kirkland Colombian Supremo from Costco, $14.99 for 3 pounds, whole beans. What camera am I using? Let me tell you real quick, then I got to get back on track with the show. I have a Canon Vixia, and it's the HFR 700. They have the 800 out now. It's a 1080p real camera, okay? And there's an HDMI output from the camera, right? And then I take that HDMI cable and I purchased, for $130, I bought this Cam Link from Elgato. Elgato makes great streaming products. It cost me $130 for this little piece that's called the Elgato Cam Link. It looks like a little mini USB flash drive. So from the HF-R700 Canon 1080p camera, okay? There's an HDMI out. There's an HDMI cable coming out of the camera into one side of the Elgato Cam Link capture card, and that's going into a USB 3.0 port. So that's why, I have really good video, because I'm not using the webcam, I'm using the real camera and a capture card to do it. Now, in addition, this camera cost me $300. And it's very portable, and I can even shoot videos from anywhere. I can even bring it and shoot videos out at the park or somewhere. But because, it's much easier to do that from a phone, I just use it for my live streams. And for an extra $20, I bought a wide-angle lens, a Vivitar wide-angle lens. Because if I didn't have that wide, you see, I'm like in the middle of this picture. The picture is good. If I were to take off the wide-angle lens, I would look like this, right? But the wide-angle lens allows, to have a greater depth of field, and it just looks great. So, does that make sense to you, Mama Goonie? So yes, that's why my video is pretty good. Plus, I broadcast in 1080p HD through Open Broadcast software, and I broadcast at 20 megabits per second, which is kind of overkill, but I have a fiber line. I have 1,000 up and 1,000 down for $80 per month from AT&T. So even though 20 megabits is kind of overkill, I've got so much bandwidth that I want to broadcast in extremely high quality. I also broadcast in 256 kbps, high quality audio at 48,000 hertz or 48k hertz instead of 44.1 for those of you that understand audio. So that's why you hear pretty good audio as well. So Like, do you notice, and I'm not trying to show off, I'm just asking your opinion compared to other streams you've seen, Mama Goonie. Can you tell the difference of the audio and video on my streams compared to other live streams? Let me know. I'm very, very big on quality on top of content. I have seen cameras for like $2,000, LOL, too poor for that. Well, no, I agree. Me too. Don't get me wrong. You don't need to spend $2,000 on a camera. I spent $300 on this camera, and then another $130 on a capture card. Now, I also have a webcam. I have a Logitech C920 that I used to use, but the C920 uses a compressed 1080p signal, and it can be choppy at times. And the C920, even if you plug it into a USB 3.0 port, it still only uses 2.0 capabilities. So that's why I ended up going the capture card route, and then switched over from my webcam to using my actual camcorder to record and to stream in better high quality. So I'm sure you can tell the difference there compared to other streams. But anyway, we got 44 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Let me just check one thing out here real quick. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we're all good. We're all good in the hood. All right, let's get right to it. So, we talked about the copyright match tool and how it has become even better as of late compared to when it was first released almost 2 years ago. If you missed any parts of that, go back and check out the replay. You're going to want to hear about it. Whether you're in the YouTube Partner Program or not, if you plan on getting to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and you're worried about, people stealing your content, go back and watch the first part of this video or this live stream when it goes to a replay, and you'll hear how good the copyright match tool has become. It has become amazing. I want to check this one more thing here real quick. Okay. Sorry, I opened up another browser, so it might have glitched for a second, but we should be good now. All right, so now we're going to talk about more community news. So I'm going to talk about at least one, maybe a couple content creators out here that I haven't really talked that much about lately. I may have talked about them a little bit in the past, but these are people that, to be honest with you, really aren't relevant to me. But because they've inserted themselves into the drama sphere that's been coming after me, and they've started to come after me for no reason, now I got to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it. But I'm going to make it very clear to the person out here that I'm going to talk about. Number one, all I'm going to do is mention your channel name. That is not a privacy concern. And if you flag me for privacy, it's not going to go through, because there has to actually be a privacy issue in order for there to be a privacy complaint taken seriously. So keep that in mind. I'm going to talk about you. You're a public figure. I have the right to talk about you because you've been coming at me. I'm not going to state your name or anything else like that. But I got to talk about this woman because this woman has been terrorizing these YouTube streets for the last year and infesting so many communities. I met her through the Grow Stream community and many other channels, such as the Killer Whale channel that was formerly known as Flat Earth Forums, and some other channels like Tree Trimmer 82, Island Life Fishing, Pusha Studios, and many others that run Grow Streams. This woman at one point was either a moderator on their channels or may still be a moderator in some places, but a lot of these people have basically written her off because her behavior is so erratic. I've also had her on my shows a couple of times in the past. I'm not sure if those streams are still up, but if they are, I will go ahead and share them on my community tab so you folks can actually, hear this woman and what she sounds like, and you'll learn more about how much of an attitude she has. And so, let's just get to it. Let's just say we're talking about the God Loves Me channel. Yes, God Loves Me, that is your channel name. That is not your real name. And beyond that, all I'm going to refer to you as is the God Loves Me channel. And I've got some words to say to you here because, number one, I've never once come at you at all, ever. I've never once attacked you or, one of your friends, Aussie Outlaw, that you do streams with occasionally, or at least maybe you used to do streams. I think Aussie may be going a different direction. I'm not quite sure. I could care less. But both of you seem to be coming after me. And I'm not quite sure why you're doing that. Is it because you're trying to gain traction off of my name? Or is it because you don't agree with my life coaching principles or methods? Whatever it may be, you are entitled to your opinion. And you can state your opinion, which is fine. But when you take it a bit too far, like you've done recently, God Loves Me, now I got to step in and take action. And I'm already in progress of taking action. Now, God Loves Me. Let me make it very, very clear to you. You put out some videos on some other channel that I guess you used to run before you started your God Loves Me channel, because there's an actual YouTube username on your channel. It's some, poetry or poet channel or something like that, right? Whatever. Okay? And you've made a couple of videos, number one, talking about, eye herpes or something. Number one, I don't have herpes. I'm very, very clean and disease free. And number two, I did have a mosquito bite me. And as you can tell, the swelling's gone down and it's almost back to normal again. I'm a very healthy person. Now, for you to come out there and try to come at me, for entertainment purposes and to try to make a name with the Dramasphere group that I used to be involved with, that's pretty sad. It's pretty sad for you to have to stoop down to that level, while at the same time you call yourself a God-loving woman. A God-loving woman does not behave in the ways that you behave. She just doesn't. So because you've decided to start coming at me, now I got to take action to defend myself legally and in other ways that are not illegal. So let me also mention something else here. God Loves Me. God Loves Me. I believe you were on JB Gunner's or in JB Gunner's chat at some point in the past, like a few months back. I remember somewhere within the Dramasphere group of people that I used to be involved with. This is outside of the Growth Stream community. JB Gunner was trying to find somebody locally to come to Red Morton Park while I'm live and get pictures of me. Well, you were one that mentioned you live close enough to be able to make the drive. That is an absolute fact. You do live close enough to make the drive. Now, let me make it very clear to you. God loves me. You've gone through great lengths to change up your social media and to not have any links lead to actually finding out who you really are. Let me tell you something. I spent all day yesterday, not all day, but in between the entire day, I spent all day yesterday trying to find out your real name and more information about you with absolutely no luck. Until today, I'll get to that in a second. What that's telling me is that you've gone through great lengths to protect your identity. Now, I can understand why you're doing that because you have a little one at home and you need to be protective of your child. And if you have a child at home that you need to protect, you should be thinking about what you're doing to people online before you do it. Because in essence, what you're doing is you're putting yourself and your son in harm's way with your behavior. So I understand why you've gone through great lengths to not tie anything into people finding out your real name, your address, and your phone number, and all that. I tried to find you all day yesterday with no luck. I went to your websites. I went to Google. I went to background searches. I did everything. Nothing came up. So I know for a fact that you've gone through great lengths to protect your real information from coming out there because you know that a lot of the things you do out here and your very, very strict and in-your-face conservative views that you project onto people are going to upset a lot of people. And you've actually upset many people within these YouTube streets, not only within my communities, but the grocery community as well. Many people have basically tried to figure out what the heck is going on with you. What is wrong with you? Let me see what the chat's saying so far before I continue here. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, Mama Goonie. Mama Goonie, you know the God Loves Me channel, right? You know God loves me. Now, God loves me. I went as far earlier today to email a man that you were having an online romance with internationally. Again, there's no privacy complaint here. Okay. All I'm going to mention is that, you know, he had a YouTube username that was the, you know, it was the GO troll. I'm not going to say the full thing because even though it's not a privacy issue, I'm not going to give you anything. So it was the initials are GO troll, right? And he actually came onto one of my streams and tried to give me information because he was ticked off at the fact that you flipped out on him. And he was also telling me, telling my chat that you basically went crazy if he would go a day without talking with you. In essence, you were trying to be controlling and you were very insecure and, you know, you wanted all his attention and that's just not normal behavior. So he basically bowed out, right? Well, he had told me back then that he was going to send me your information, but he never did. So I reached, and then I ended up thinking that this guy was probably just a troll or just lying. Well, looking forward now, several months later, I'm like, I understand what this guy went through. So I reached out to him earlier today and I asked him for your information. And you know what he said? He told me to F off. He told me to F off and never talk to him again. And he thinks I'm crazy if I thought that he would give me that information. So he did not give me the information, but I did get it. And I'm going to tell you how I got the information. You see, you know how myself and some other people behind the scenes have hired a private investigator or had hired a private investigator in the past in regards to J.B. Gunner and the dealings we had with him. I basically sent my private investigator every little bit of information that I have about you. And lo and behold, he found you. So here's the thing. God loves me. I know your first and last name. I know your address. You know, address, city, state, zip. I know your cell phone number. I've got all your information. And I'm not here to use that information maliciously. I'm here to defend myself against you attacking me and attacking my brand. But wait, there's more. I firmly believe that you were the one that was at Red Morton Park and took a picture of me. And pretty soon, I'm going to be able to prove if that was you, and I'll tell you why in a second. This is where you screwed up. You see, when that car pulled up alongside me, I didn't get a good look at the person in the car because they basically had a phone in front of their face, and they reached out the passenger window to take a picture of me as I was walking by while I was live on the air. But I also noticed that there was a little boy on the passenger side. And lo and behold, God loves me, you have a little boy. Your little boy also has his own YouTube channel. How sweet. How sweet. God loves me. I have reason to believe that you were the one that came down to Red Morton Park and stalked me and took that picture. Now, what you don't understand is that I was able to get the license plate of that vehicle. And I've sent the license plate of that vehicle to my private investigator. And he told me he can get me the information, but it may take up till a week to get that information because he has to run it through some channels to get it. And he has to be able to show that it's being done for legal reasons. That's going to take about a week. But I'm going to tell you what. God loves me. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to give you a way out of this. And if you want to test me, then you can test me. Because I'm tired of you terrorizing other people on this platform. I'm tired of you running your mouth anonymously and then not dealing with the repercussion of running your mouth in ways that are malicious and harming other people. Now, it'd be one thing if you put out your real name. You show your face, but you don't put out your real name, and you do whatever you can to basically, protect your identity. Yeah, Mama Goonie, oh my God, she inserts herself into drama for clout. Well, I'm the one that's going to bring her to justice because now I know who she is. I know everything about her. And here's the thing. If I get that, or not if, when I get that plate back, the information on that plate, if that matches up to your name, I'm going to come after you with an anti-stalking order. And then I'm going to file a civil case on you. And I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. But in the meantime, I'm going to also give you 24 hours from right now. It's 9:14 Pacific time. Let's say 9:15. You're in the same time zone. I'm going to give you until tomorrow, this same time, 9:15 Pacific time, to put out a video on your main channel, God Loves Me. Apologize for what you did. Take down every video you've done of me. Because if you do not do that, the very next thing I'm going to do is a legal public service announcement making people aware of who you are and how you're harming people on this platform. I'm telling you, don't mess with me. This is completely legal, and I'm tired of people harming others on this platform. It's about time that you pay for what you've done out here to harm people. And it's not just me. I've got an army of people that will write, statements regarding what you've done to them. So there'll be no doubt in my mind that once that plate comes back, if it is you, now, I don't know for a fact if it's you. I didn't see your face, but I did see a little boy on the passenger side. And I also know that I think you're the only one that lives close enough to have made that trip down to Red Morton Park. I'm not messing around with you. It's game over. I'm serious here because let me tell you something. What you should be more concerned with is your little boy and taking care of him. And by you doing these stupid things, and continue to feed into drama just for attention and ratings, you're putting yourself and your little boy in harm's way. But let me tell you what you did. Let me tell you what you did. God loves me. You messed with the wrong guy. You messed with the wrong person. Everyone else, just shrugged you off. And you know what? You stopped talking about them, right? I never talked about you. But for some reason, you keep coming at me, and I don't even talk about you. But because you're doing that, you've now messed with the wrong guy that's actually going to not stop until you're brought to justice for your behavior online. Because I'll tell you what. Give me just 1 second here. Let me tell you what. When you mess with the bull, you will get the horns. God loves me. When you mess with the bull, you will get the horns. Now let me ask you, God loves me. We've miraculously and we've teleported from the Golden Gate Bridge to the Mess with the Bull studio. Let me tell you something, God loves me. I'm not looking to create any harm here. I don't want to come after you legally or at all. You can end this within 24 hours. Like I said, you have until 9:15 p.m. tomorrow, same time, Pacific time, to put out a video, apologize to me, and remove every video between every channel that you put out a video on me. If not, that public service announcement will be up tomorrow before I go to sleep, making people aware of what you've done. And what I will tell you is that public service announcement is completely legal because you are coming after me. You're attacking my business and my brand. The time has come for you to face justice. Give it up. Because the next thing that's going to happen, I'll tell you, you keep on putting your child in harm's way by doing the stupid things you're doing online, guess what happens next? You want to have CPS showing up at your place? You want me to send Child Protective Services every single video that you put out there attacking me and others? And showing them that you're a fit mother? You've taken this too far. And you're not going to stop. And the only way that you might stop is by me coming at you this way. I have to. You leave me no choice. It's within my rights to do so. But I will tell you once again, if you put out that video by 9:15 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow night, you apologize to me and you remove all videos of me and never do a video on me again, even if that plate comes back and it's your car, I'll let it go. If you don't do that, a public service announcement will go out tomorrow night before I go to bed, making people aware of this. And if I do get that plate and it comes back registered to you, and that's your car, I think you know what the next step is. And let me tell you what happens when you're stalking and harassing someone with your son on the passenger side. Let me tell you what's going to happen when CPS finds out about that. And I have video proof of it. I recorded it. I got your license plate. And if that's you, I got the license plate, and you can see clearly there's a kid. There was a kid there. Back off. It's over. Grow your channel with non-drama content. You are a drama queen. You're supposed to be a God-loving woman. And you certainly don't act like one. And I'm not triggered by you, and I don't give a damn about you. What I give a damn about is my name and my reputation and the damage you've done to my brand and anything else you're doing to keep people away from my channel. You keep running your mouth anonymously. If you want to keep your Gods Love Me name and facade anonymous, then don't give me that legal reason to come after you where it will become public record. I'm not going to dox you. I could, but I'm not. But what I will tell you is that if this does go legal, you're going to be in essence putting yourself in the public spotlight. It will become public record. Do you want to go there? You want to test me? There's a sock account that came in here. I'm going to read it just for shits and giggles. Take down the drama sphere. I'm all about taking these fools down, coach, but GLM isn't the one following you, and I have the proof. Don't block me. I'll tell you what. You are blocked. Do you have the proof and you want to send it to me? Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com. Email me. And email me right now so I get it by the end of the show. And don't even think about sending me a virus because I'm a computer expert and you won't be able to hack me. Trust me. I'm like kryptonite. You want to come in here and white knight for God loves me? Then you better have some proof. You better show me that proof right now. That better be in my email box, and it better be pretty definitive. Because if it's not, then all I know is you're Ronaldo on another sock account. And whether God loves me is the one that did it or not, she's involved in this in some capacity. Because she is local to me. Every single one of you out there that continues to talk about me, and you can talk about me all you want. That's your freedom of speech. It's one thing to talk about me. It's another thing to attack my brand. It's another thing to cross the line and come at me beyond normal criticizing. You putting out a video about me having eye herpes was an attack on me. And I've got them all downloaded as evidence. You took it a bit too far. You messed with the bull, now you're going to get the horns. I see my numbers fluctuating plus minus 5. It's Ronaldo coming in on all his socks. It's also probably Aussie Outlaw coming in here on all the socks, right? Are you all just thumbing me down on all your socks? Like, let me take a look and see how many thumbs down we have right now. Let's see how triggered all these people are. Let's see. Let's see how triggered they all are. We've got We've got 80 thumbs down and 10 thumbs up. Beautiful. Good job. Try to get me to 200 for the end of the show. Let's do it. Keep giving me the monetized playbacks. Keep making me more relevant than I should be. I'm going to say this one more time. God loves me. You've been running your mouth anonymously for far too long. Yes, you show your face, but you don't use your real name. And you have gone through great lengths to scrape your social media to the point of where, unless somebody gets a private investigator on you, there's no way anyone was going to find where you're at or what your real name is. You did that on purpose because you knew you were going to come out here and run your mouth, and you didn't want to deal with the repercussion of people sending you pizzas, Craig calling you, possibly even swatting you, right? Is that why you did that? You think it was okay for me to get swatted at the park or an attempted swat by DeRosa Show? For what? I never fit into any of them. All you folks have come at me because of, JB Gunner just trying to create cringy content out of anything. Like, I've never done one thing wrong to anybody at all. But you folks seem to keep coming at me because that's what JB Gunner wants. And in order to get in with JB, you got to do stupid things that he asks you to do, right? Here's the thing. I'm not going to watch any streams you put out, God Loves Me, or Aussie Outlaw. You can talk about me all you want for hours on end on streams. I'm not threatening you with anything. I'm making you a promise that if you don't do the right thing here, I will do whatever I have to do to legally protect my brand. And you've crossed the line. You have until 9:15, like I said, tomorrow, to apologize, to delete all the videos you put out there regarding me, and to never put my name in your mouth again. And again, if you don't, I will put out a public service announcement regarding this whole thing before I go to bed tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. It's within my rights to do so to protect myself. And then again, somebody came in here saying that it's not you, but he knows, who was the one stalking me. I'm not buying that. That's running interference. I think it is you. And when I get the plate back from my PI by the end of the week or, within 7 days or so, again, it has to go through proper channels and there has to be a legal reason to get that plate. We're working on that. But if we match that plate to you, let me tell you something. At that point, you will have put yourself in a whole world of legal shit. I hope for your sake, you know deep within that wasn't you. Again, if it was you, you can make this right within 24 hours, like I mentioned, and bow out. If you bow out within 24 hours and do the right thing, like I mentioned, then even if that plate comes back registered to you, I'll back off. I won't take any action. But if you keep coming at me, I'm going to do what I have to do to take you down legally. And let me tell you, your actions are going to come with consequences that you're going to be facing with your real name, which I now have and I know. No one else has it, maybe besides the guy you had an online romance with for a year. And guess what happens when it's proven that you're an internet terrorist? How do you think CPS is going to look at that? You're putting your son in danger with your online behavior. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for doing that. And the more and more triggered you get, the more and more I'll be downloading every one of your videos. And if I have to make that call to CPS, I will send them everything. I will do whatever I have to do to protect my brand and stop people like you from trying to harm it. You jealous of me? God loves me? You jealous because I got more subs than you? I got better quality than you? Got better content than you? What are you jealous of? Obviously, you're jealous about something, or you wouldn't keep coming at me for no reason, especially since I've never once come at you. I've never come at you. So what is your reasoning for coming at me? Is it because you instigate drama on purpose like JB Gunner? Because that's the only traction you get on your channel? Like what is your MO? Because in my honest opinion, I think you're exactly like JB Gunner. I think you're a sociopath and a psychopath. That's my opinion, ma'am. And you have strong alt-right views. You're a right-winged extremist. You are an extremist to the extreme, which is quite weird because most people, especially females here in California, are liberals. You're not. You are very conservative with your views. And again, good luck trying to file a privacy complaint. I haven't said anything private at all. There is no privacy issue. You try to file a fake privacy complaint on me, I will immediately report your entire channel to creator support. I'll send them everything. Don't mess with me. I'm telling you seriously, this is not a joke. I'm not threatening you. I'm making you a promise. Back off, and it all goes away. You go on running your channel. You go on raising your son. Life goes on. All you have to do is back off. You don't back off within 24 hours, then it's game on. Then you better bring your A game. Because I got mine. Folks, I'm going to wrap up here in a few minutes. I'm not going to say anything else about anyone. I said what I had to say here tonight. I want to finish up by discussing channel updates. And then I'm going to go eat some dinner and take a nice Epsom salt bath. We're at 2 hours and 2 minutes right now. To the people that are here right now, I want to ask you for a favor. Queen Helen Casey, Mama Goonie, Terry's GG&G, Mutt Nuts Reviews, and to the other lady, I'm so sorry, I forgot her name. Let me scroll back up. What is her name? It was, give me a second here. I'm sorry. It was Deanna, I believe was her name. I'm trying to find out where she was. I think it was Deanna. To all of you folks that are here for the right reason, I need your help to get people coming back to this channel because people are still being attacked behind the scenes by the doctor, Ronaldo Smith Jenkins, etc. Diane. Yeah, Deanna. Deanna. I think it's Deanna because it's two N's. Diana would be D-I-A-N-A. Deanna is D-I-A-N-N-A, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Thank you, Queen. Smash the like button for Eli. I need help from all of you folks that are here in this chat right now. While you're on other channels, I need you to make people aware that it's safe to be here on this channel. And that the trolls and the haters are continuing to scare people away from this channel. The only way that people are going to start coming back here, folks, is if other people besides myself tell them it's okay to come back. Because you folks know what's really going on. I've had about 30 to 40 people on this stream throughout the entire stream. And 5 or 6 people chatting. That's because most of them are blocked, and the people that are subscribed here that aren't blocked aren't coming here because they're being told not to come here. They're being threatened by these trolls and haters still. I need your help and support to bring these people back here and make it a safe place. So that's a major channel update I want to mention. That's what I need your help with. Some of the other channel updates I mentioned yesterday, I'll mention again. I want to start interviewing people. Mama Goonie and also Queen Helen Casey. I'd like to talk with you ladies behind the scenes, hopefully tomorrow through Google Hangouts. Queen Helen Casey, would you be open to having a conversation with myself and Mama Goonie? And Terry, if you want to join us on that private call, I'd like to talk with you folks as well. We can talk about things and strategize things, but Queen, I need you to send me a Hangouts chat request at my email, Coach Eli at coacheli.com. Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com. Now, Queen, what is your email? So I can send you a chat request right now on Hangouts. Because here's the thing. I know you're here on my channel, and if I send you a chat request, I will know it's the real you. If not, some suck account could send a request to me. So, Queen, you are on Hangouts, right? You do have Google Hangouts. I mean, everybody does. It's part of your Google account that you also use on YouTube for your YouTube account. Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Been real crazy. Oh, good. We're good. All right, hang on, Queen. I'm getting it now. All right, Queen, I got it. Queen, go ahead. I can't even retract the moderator message. Queen, can you go ahead and just remove your email from there? I got it. It's all good, Queen. Some people will probably still try to. Oh, there you are. So, Queen, I just sent you an invite on Hangouts. So all you have to do is go and accept it, and we're good. So you have to go in there and accept it. No worries. Yeah. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. It's from my Coach Eli at coacheli.com account, which is separate from my A Grip on Life account. I've separated all my channels and emails. Like, everything is different. That way it's harder for people to hack me, and I can separate things. I was very smart in the ways that I set up my YouTube channel or channels, because I have A Grip on Life too as well. uncensored live streams. Later tonight or by tomorrow morning, I will message you, Queen, Terry. Mutt Nuts Reviews, are you here by any chance? Mutt Nuts Reviews. I want to connect with you on Hangouts as well. Now I'm going to get all of you ladies and gentlemen into my Discord, and we're going to start to really get somewhere amongst all of our channels. I also want to interview every one of you individually over the next few weeks if that's possible. I really want to get back on track here on this channel and start doing what I've always wanted to do. I want to help other people. And I want to help you folks because you've all helped me. You've been great moderators and you've been great friends too, and I appreciate that. Let me see here. Okay, so the Dramasphere PI, I'm going to read a message here. Mr. and Mrs. Ka were the ones following you around, taking videos and photos. They were in different cars. I've seen the videos, Coach. Can you get me the videos? If you have the videos, can you get me the videos? Because I'm going to find who they are. And the next thing that's going to happen is they're going to get anti-stalking orders. I need proof. I'm still not happy with what God Loves Me has done. But that license plate that I got will probably end up registering to the cause. So the cause would drive all the way from the foothills in the Sierra Nevadas, which is a good 3.5 hour drive, to come and stalk me at Red Morton Park? Really? And you, sir, are a former peace officer that behaves this way? I don't understand it. Thanks, Queen. I will reach out to you all tomorrow. So, Queen, I'm responding to you on Hangouts right now. I just said, thanks, Queen. I will reach out to you all tomorrow. Excellent. I'm sure you folks heard that. Bloop. Yeah. I cannot believe, and I'm not afraid of them. Listen, folks, the bottom line is I'm not scared by any of this. It's stupid. These people are getting off on this. A former cop and his wife. Now, I don't have any proof of this. I need to see proof. Someone needs to send me proof. Upload it to an unlisted link and send me a link to my email, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com, because I need to take some legal action on this. They are also two anonymous people. And if that license plate comes back to either one of them, then guess what? Your anonymity is no longer. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Over what? A difference of opinion because you folks are conservatives and I'm a liberal? Is that what it's all about? I've never once come after any of you. All I've done is defend myself against your stupidity. Muttnuts Reviews. Are you on Google Hangouts? Can you put your email in the chat for a second? Tomorrow I'm going to set up a private call between you, Terry's Gigi and G, Queen Helen Casey, and Mama Goonie. And we're going to start building from there. And another thing we're going to do, and I'm going to start this right now. We're going to create a task force that's going to stop internet terrorists from doing what's been done to me to anyone else. And all the moderators here, Terry, Queen, Muttnuts, Mama Goonie, I want you all to be a part of this. All right, I got it, Muttnuts. You can delete it. I'm sending you a Hangouts chat request right now. There you are. Hello. Cool. We are now connected. I will reach out to you and everyone else in the morning. Thank you, Muttnuts. I appreciate it. No worries. We can always talk another time. But I do want to talk with you briefly at some point just to verify it's you. And I want to add people that I verified in my Discord so that way we can communicate. If we have to share private things, we know that that private information is not being leaked out to any trolls and haters that come in on fake accounts. So having these calls allows me to verify that you're real people before, we share any private stuff or work on things. You know what I mean? I'm absolutely floored that these people would really go through such great lengths to white knight for JB Gunner and for Jamie Lycan Theory. It doesn't matter what you say, Mr. Ka, Mrs. Ka, whatever your name is. And if this is what you folks need to get your rocks off, if this is entertainment for you, then that's all good. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not afraid of you folks. But think about it. Is it the most mature thing to do? If it was you that took that picture of me, Mrs. Ka, because there was a little kid on the right side, which is why I think it's more so God loves me. But if it happens to be you, Mrs. Ka, and Mr. Ka, and we run that plate and we get your information, we find out where you're at, are you ready to deal with the repercussion of all this? Do you folks just want to sit back, hiding anonymously, attacking people for your entertainment purposes, and not have to pay any repercussion for it? Why are you anonymous? Same reasons that God loves me is too. You don't want pizza sent to you. You don't want to get swatted, right? You don't want to deal with your phone blowing up off the hook, right? You don't want to deal with all of that. But you also feel it's okay for me to have to deal with that, right? But see, for me, I got nothing to hide. I show my face and my real name, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. I live in Redwood City, California. I go to Red Morton Park every day. You folks are hiding in plain sight because you're scared of the repercussion. But the kicker with the cause is the fact that, Mr. Ka, you're a former peace officer of the law. And for you to be doing stupid things like this really makes me wonder how good of a cop you were, or did you ever do anything shady? Now, I'm sure every cop's stretched the boundaries or crossed some lines every now and then with good intentions, of course, but I'm sure some cops, if not all cops, have also done some shady things. You know what the funny thing is, to my mods in here, the people that actually care about my content, these people are sitting there watching me right now and they're getting off on this and they're laughing at it, right? And it's not a laughing matter. And I'm not triggered and I'm not offended by it. I'm kind of like just sitting here thinking that how mature is that? Are these people really mature, grown-ass adults? Oh, thank you for the picture, Mutt Nuts. I believed it was you. Thank you so much. Is that a green screen? That's a green screen, huh? Yeah, don't worry. I won't put that picture out. But thank you. You got a green screen there. Awesome. You got it. Awesome. Awesome. All I have to say is this. I'm going to wrap this up. God loves me. You know what you need to do. Mr. and Mrs. Ka, I'm not surprised. I'm still disappointed in your behavior. Two grown-ass people in their 40s or 50s. One a retired cop, peace officer of the law. That's running his mouth all over YouTube. All because of the fact that I'm a liberal and you're conservative and you disagree with my views. Or maybe you're just entertained by me. A lot of these people are entertained by me and they're trying to keep me going in the back and forth just for entertainment. I'm a coach and that's who I am, whether you like it or not. And I've blocked all of you, and there are no more leaks to the dramasphere. And I never talk about you folks, but for some reason you feel the need to show up at Red Morton Park and stalk me there and take a picture of me and then send that, or take video of me and send that back to JB Gunner, right? That is the clear definition of stalking. And I will tell you, if that license plate comes back to any one of you folks, whether it's God Loves Me, whether it's Mr. or Mrs. Ka, you know what my next step is. I'm willing to give you folks a free pass and let it all go if you do the right thing. Back the fuck off. Move on. All I want to do is run my channel with people that want to be here. If you don't like who I am, go do something else. If you're going to continue to come at me when I don't even mention you, then I got to do what I got to do to protect myself. And that's where I'm going to end this stream here tonight, folks. At 2 hours and 22 minutes. I want to thank all the moderators for being here in the chat. I want to thank all the consumers of content. Thank you to everyone else for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.